Pisces, welcome to your 3-month review as it concerns itself with January, February, March. This is the board I'm using for you and all 12 signs. Let's talk about it. That top row are the power cards associated with the month. So, 1, January, the Magician. 2, February, the High Priestess. 3, March, the Empress. Yeah? And then the bottom row are the energies that are most prevalent at the beginning of the year, such as the Fool. That which we feel we could open up towards, blast open towards, soft entry. The point is, new beginning, fresh start, fresh eyes, fresh spirit, fresh eyes, right? Let's just try it. Let's do it. Let's take a chance. The World, that which we might be prompted to close, should close, is on the precipice of closing. The idea is if we want that new energy and we want those new opportunities, we often have to close things out, finish things up like project work, or just understand that we no longer need to participate in those cycles, okay? The idea is we want to make room for new, we want growth in ourselves. What do we need to let go of to induce or provide said growth, okay? Perspective, Hanged Man. Neither here nor the other. I need more thought, time, and or perspective on a particular situation, okay? All right, let's take a look at you. Christina's awake. She had a nice long nap during Scorpio's message, and now she's awake. All right. Show me Pisces, please. Show me Pisces in January. 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 Eight of Wands. The King of Swords, oh, I'm sorry, Justice. He looks like the King of Swords in this deck. Eight of Wands, Justice, and the Knights of Cups. Beautiful. Okay. All right. I see you expressing yourself very fluidly in January. It's very honest. I don't know how or under what conditions you're expressing yourself, but it's very with you. Okay. In this respect, I'm expressing myself with the Knights of Cups, which is one of your court cards. Eight of Wands, the Justice, because it feels correct. So it's like I have nothing but the truth to speak. Okay, and I speak from a good place in my heart that also is, for me, a place of balance with justice. So you're showing me there's nothing I will say or do that doesn't come from the heart because it feels correct. Okay, I'm all about that balance right now from the inside out, and you are reflecting and communicating that outside of you, and it's beautiful, but it's a very overarching concept. Is there anything else in here, please, January? But I like that, you know. So no, Sonny, at the beginning of the year, you might have said, I'm going to be more authentically me. I will express myself to the fullest, you know, and always be fair and just and honest. And I'm going to keep myself open to positivity and express it. It's lovely. Is it in the general sense, or are you talking to someone specifically? Show me this. Show me this, please. What else about January? I like it. It's a good goal to have. I'm going to be my most authentic, expressive self beginning the new year, you know? I'm all for it. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Okay. Okay, the High Priestess. Okay. Intuition, 7 of Cups. Ace of Wands. Your intuition's telling you to do it. Just do it. Prompt, try it. I don't know. But you feel like you could have success in this. I agree with you. I think your intuition's completely on point in this respect. It feels good to you. You are showing me a vow to yourself, above all else, which everything begins with the self, so I completely agree in this respect, to express yourself to the fullest that you can, to the highest that you can, and the most honest version of Pisces that you can be. I don't know where that's coming from, but it does feel like a vow that I'm seeing for you in January. It's very specific. Your intuition's telling you that you're in the right direction, and I'm inclined to agree. You're showing me Ace of Wands, a sense of renewal and hope. And then the 7 of Cups here. You are telling me you're going to be as truthful to your feelings as you best understand them. And you will speak from an intuitive place. You will use your words. You will be correct and just. You're, again, showing me high levels of honesty when it comes to your feelings. For some reason, you're telling me it's critical for you to express yourself honestly, fully, and completely January. I don't know why, but it looks beautiful. I admire it. If you have a particular goal in mind, I can't see it here, other than the fact that your intuition's pointing you like crazy to be this way. Who knows, honey? That New Year energy is real, you know? When we feel the need, a pressing need to close things out, it's strong. And we have this pressing need to open up, change direction, change ourselves, get more in tune with ourselves. That's also very, and for you, that's really real. I like it. It's beautiful. And in return, I see you receiving honest communication too. Maybe that was the idea. You know, law of attraction. If I want to attract honest, loving people, you know, I'm going to do the same. And anyone else who doesn't meet that criteria, I will not speak with them. Could be like that. But I like it. It's a vow. It's a really strong vow here to listen to yourself and to not just listen to yourself, but to express yourself to the best of your abilities. It's like, as I understand it, I feel this to be true. This is my truth as I best understand. I like it. I like it. I do. I like the simplicity of it. You're surprised how hard it is for people to speak unto their feelings or express themselves or communicate on their own behalf. Some people really struggle with it. And you said, that's not going to be my problem. Not come January. So I don't know why that's so important to you, but I like your conviction. You're standing by it, you stand up for it, and you're getting honest, reflective communication in return. It's beautiful. I love it. I do. I like it. I don't know that you have a goal in mind, but you do have a source of inspiration attached to this as the Ace of Wands. Some of you endeavored to write something. Writing. Perhaps you've taken on writing and you said you're going to be as honest as possible. Journaling to full-on writing with the intentions of publication, somewhere in between. Essays, compilations, stuff like that. You vowed to be as honest as possible, or it could be that you were writing a very important email. I don't know. But the expression is such as that I have to be emotionally open, and I want to be. Like I said, I'll speak to my feelings in as much as I understand and feel them to be true. I like it. Hi, baby. What you doing? What you doing? Do you want to say hi to Pisces? Mm-hmm. Up. Mm-hmm. You want to come up? You want to come up? It's okay. Good girl. Good girl. May I say hi? Ooh. Oh, no, you're looking for treaties. You're like, nah, no tricks, Mommy. I'm here for the treats. She don't play trick or treats. It's like, no, I just do treats. All right. Little piece. These are training treats. Okay. For those of you who've actually trained like a puppy, you're familiar with, they're super small because you give them frequently. So they need to be small. Okay. Patience, guidance, knowing when to stop, correct behavior, all that stuff. It's all part of the process. But the whole point is that, you know, you love your animal. And that's why you do all the extra work, you know, because they're worth it. All right. Page of Pentacles. And let's see, Seven of Swords and the Six of Wands. That's interesting. You're trying to show me conflict avoidance. What is that? You're leaving ego out of something in February. I can't quite tell what it is. You're trying to leave ego out of it. Come February, I don't know what it is. You're trying to do away or eschew any sense of ego in February. I don't know why. You're tempted to. There's a pride element in here, Six of Wands. You feel triumphant in some way. But you're also like, nah, Seven of Swords. Interesting. Page of Pentacles, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's like you're deflecting recognition by February. I don't know why. It's sweet, actually, in a way. I don't know what's about you deflecting recognition by February. Leaving my ego out of it. It's not about being seen. It's not about feeling triumphant. That's interesting. What is that? What is that? This could be part of your vow, honey, about being honest as you best understand it and trying to leave your ego out of things more and more. And ego, by the way, isn't a dirty little word, guys. Ego is necessary to the human being in order to survive. Ego keeps you alive. It really bothers me when people are like, oh, I'm completely shedding ego. By that definition, you would have dropped dead. You can't. I don't know why people use these terms without understanding there's consequences to everything. There is good ego, healthy ego, and then there's bad ego, and that's the one that gets us into trouble. Healthy ego keeps us alive. Okay? Without it, you'd be like, I don't need food. Food is for other people. Without water, I don't need water. Water's for other people. So no, you can't eschew ego. And it's okay, though, if you try to leave it out of something. That happens quite a bit. Like you don't want recognition for something, or you're trying not to let something get to your head. That's all normal stuff. So that means you're aware. You're self-aware. So good for you. That's more than what I can say for a lot of people. I'm looking at a self-aware Pisces. I just want to know what it is you're not trying to take credit for, or you're not trying to let get to your head. What is that? I'm just curious. You might know. You might not know. Perhaps you're trying to downplay your own accomplishments. Let's take a look. What's going on? Ten of Swords, Three of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. Oh, well look at that. I guess we'll go ahead and take it. Temperance. You almost had me there for a second. I'm like, what's going on, Pisces? Okay. Something over that you understood was over and or painful and seemed at a distance for you has made a comeback in a small way. It's something to do with a structure or restructuring of a friendship. Let's call it that for now, out of convenience. But it's one that feels like it has crossed time. Three of Wands. There was a distance between you and this person, and the last we understood it, it was sticky, icky, and not good. Sin. Bless her, she knows. It's that instinct. It's that, and she has a ton of toys, guys. She has a ton of toys. But that instinct is real in dogs. To chew, to experiment, to taste, so too is with babies. That's how they know the world, is through smell and taste and function. Not exactly convenient for humans, but again, that's why the obligation to train them is very high. So, she had a moment there where she got away with it. I'll give her that. That's because I'm doing your reading. All right, now, Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. There is a sense of time and span here between you and what looks like a powerful ending, but painful ending. We'll call it that. And there's an opportunity here with Temperance having popped out the way it did to harmonize it, maybe fix it. And it's almost like you're trying not to show enthusiasm about it. Okay. Like you're not happy with it. Like I'm not trying to show that I'm happy about that. That's interesting. Why do you feel like you got to leave your ego out of that? As far as I can tell, you're healing a connection. And I really don't know what its basis is, so that's why I'm calling it friends for now, Three of Pentacles. But there are signs and signals and things here that there is repair structures taking place. And they might be small, they may not be a lot. But they're honest and they're real. And I can't help but conclude it's some of the work you did back here, or not work, but just really vowing to this kind of energy, and you living it, has allowed you, I believe, to start rebuilding a bridge with somebody. But it's in small measures, and you're leaving your ego out of it. Like you're pretending like you're not pleased. It's not, no. You're pretending that you're not like low-key, you're pleased with it, but you're trying to leave that out of it. Like you're pleased with the progress. Like, okay, this is happening. I didn't think this was possible, but... Because in your eyes, it looks like the impossible repair job. So to see that you're getting responses, you're getting communication, you're getting some real world activity in there too, with some possibly light connectivity. So I don't know what went down between you and this person, but you are pleased with the results. But you're also trying to show that you're not pleased with it. Like it's not about that, Christina. It's not about triumph. It's not like that. It's not about triumph. It has nothing to do with ego. You know, I'm just doing my job to repair. And I'm okay. Okay. I'm pleased that they are trying with me. That's all. It's no big deal. I'm not blowing it out of proportion. It's like, so yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of like you're saying you don't want to get your hopes up, or you don't want to recognize that there's progress because you don't want your ego involved, but nevertheless, there's progress here. And it is a structure that felt distant from you. It's been a while since you engaged with it, and the last time you did it was painful, Ten of Swords. But here we have the chance to fix it. Okay, so I think that's sweet. Whatever that is to you is whatever that is to you. I'm not really focusing on a them or they. I'm just looking at you and what it is you're doing. And you are getting a response. Okay? Okay. Sometimes, honey, those successes, they come in pages. Page here, page there. And like I said, I'm all about the little things because those pages, they do add up. It's how much weight we applied to them that that page can collapse. So it's looking to me like you're applying an appropriate amount of skill and energy via pages with whomever this friend is, and you two are slowly but surely making repairs. You put up a patch, they put up a patch. You say something, they say something. You show a little effort, they show a little effort. And on the inside, you're like, but you're also like, it's what I'm supposed to do. It's what I'm supposed to do. So it's cute, like I said, it's cute. It's sweet in a certain way. It is sweet. I don't quite know what that is, but it's sweet. Sorry about that. I had to do for yours what I did with Scorpio, so I don't know if you could kind of hear that low-key running background of machinery. My neighbor's doing whatever it is they do. I don't know. I assume it's either an ongoing project that has no end, or this is their hobby. Okay, so every now and again I hear a circular saw and other heavy machinery. Has nothing to do with lawnmowers. But like I said, every now and again it peaks and gets really loud. So it's just easier to let it pass. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I want to know. But I do know that every now and again it gets a little too loud. So, March. Yes, March. This was sweet. Let's jump on over to March. Show me March, please. For Pisces, show me March. I don't know what the heck is he doing. What? Pisces? Seriously, it's a Tuesday morning. It must be a hobby. I don't know. I don't know. What's going on? And I say that because the vast majority, I live on a street where over 50% of my neighborhood are retirees. So there is a very good chance, that's a side hobby or gig out of this garage, you know. Let's see March, please, for Pisces. Anyway, show me March for Pisces. Show me March, please, for Pisces. Okay, King of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, the King of Wands. Wow, my, yes. There's a lot of confidence here. There's a natural flow through of energy here. I have two distinct figures. They could both be you. I'm not quite convinced of that, but I do know it's equal. It feels really good in terms of equal parts passion and sense of direction, sight, focus, and the practicality, wisdom, and down-to-earth energy that is the 3D. And the Nine of Cups is in between these. So the sense of wish fulfillment and fulfillment of the self. This is upper level energy. We're feeling really good about our accomplishments, who we are, our direction, and our focus. Whether or not it's two people, if it's two people, then that feeling is more or less shared between these two figures. Okay? But there is a strong sense of harmony with the self, love of the self, particularly one's abilities, capabilities, sense of focus, direction, drive, and the reality to bring it home. So that's great. That's a beautiful combination. It's like I have a goal, and I killed the goal. I have a goal, I killed the goal. And then also remember to love the self. So I'm seeing a really good sense of, I love me, I love this, I love what I'm doing. Everything feels really good. It feels really good. Okay? And let's see if we can get more of an energy check here. Anything else, please, about March? Show me. Oh. Anything else, please, about March? Okay. That's great. Okay, so it is two people. All right. There is a distinct impression here. Don't let this scare you. It makes sense to me. Okay. Death, Two of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Wherever there used to be emotional confusion about what to do is now over. So, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and interpret that as two people who are more or less on the same page. That's wonderful. Any of that confusion, particularly mixed emotions, King of Cups next to the Two of Pentacles, that's classic mixed emotions, but on a large scale. So that kind of suggests to me not being on the same page. Okay? Whatever experience you had in this, where there was a substantial amount of feeling that was confused and wouldn't lock itself down. It wouldn't be shared at the same place at the same time. Okay, it wasn't equal, mixed messages, but again, high level. Not, I can't come see you to Friday, even though I said I would. It's a little bit larger than that. So we're dealing with large feelings, that on one time or another, both of you felt something really, really strong and the other person didn't, and vice versa. The point is, all that confusion is over. Death. Okay? So, this is indeed a feeling shared by two. Confidence, focus, okay? And sense of self-worth and value. Nine of Cups is in between these two figures. You're both pleased then, so there's emotional harmony being achieved and experienced between you two. But it hits at the personal level with the Nine of Cups. So you both equally feel good about whatever this is. Okay? Don't know. I don't presume it's this. It could be the same situation that clearly becomes stronger over time. Okay? That's why I think you're showing me I don't want to get my hopes up or presume. And even then, this, guys, may not be a love scenario. It could be that you're rebuilding a balanced, or the focus being a potentially balanced structure with somebody again, and they could still be a friend, they could be a family member. The point is that I got two people here feeling good about it, whereas before it might have been extremely confusing about what either one of you was feeling in terms to a situation and how you regarded each other, the circumstance, you name it. That's over. The mixed feeling is over. We seem to be on the same page here. Literally, the same page of emotions. Okay? So, that's really nice progress. Even if it's not this situation that has gotten stronger over time, okay? Then it's still something that represents that, and it's still beautiful. So, I really can't help but think, Pisces, this all ties back to the opening at the beginning of the year. With this sense of you being emotionally honest and you expressing yourself to the best and most honest of your abilities based on intuition and your feeling as you best understand them. You have shown me success in this. Okay. You are showing me high levels of law of attraction. If I start with me, then what will be is what will be. Someone will either cooperate or they won't. Someone either can see the good in this because I feel it, and hopefully they do, or they don't. So you show me very distinctly. It's not about ego, or I don't want to show how pleased I am with this progress, but it's here. Especially when you felt you had no reason to. And there was distance between you and this ending and whomever represents that Three of Pentacles. But yeah, that Temperance just had to pop out. So, and it could be that same situation. Or, again, it could be two separate situations. I don't know. But I do know it stems from this. And it shows. One moment. Senna. No. No. Yeah, she's still learning space, guys. She has no idea how big she is. You can tell. You can tell. She's a puppy. She's a puppy. She doesn't know that. She doesn't know she's a big puppy. She has no clue. To her, she's surrounded by giants, right? Including the objects around the house. So she has no idea that when she's moving through stuff, she's bumping it. She has no clue. It's sweet. But yeah, we had to start learning about boundary reinforcement. So right now she has open space for practice. But yeah, I have to occasionally section things off throughout the day for practice. Practice to respect space, and then practice to open and explore. It's a back and forth thing. It's a method that works for me. I like it. It's been a great experience. She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. Okay. The Fool. Show me that Fool, please. That which you might be open towards. Show me the Fool, please, for Pisces. Show me that Fool, please, for Pisces. Show me the Fool, please. Show me the Fool, please. Show me that Fool. Show me the Fool, please. The Three of Pentacles. There it is again. Yeah. Okay. Temperance. Twice. Two of Pentacles. So it is the same situation. Okay. This is why I use multiple decks, by the way, so we can see repeating patterns, and it just makes things more obvious. Okay. That's my preference. This is why I do it. For those of you who have asked why I use so many, this is why. Here we go. That thing you're like, don't get your hopes up about that. This is where your full energy is pointing itself. The healing with that friend. Okay? And I know it's been a minute, and the last time you two interacted, it wasn't great. I know. But a lot of time has passed between now and then. All right? And they're showing me the cooperative element. And while it might seem confusing at first, given that some perhaps emotionally inconsistent connectivity when you two last experienced each other, okay, that seems to be a non-issue. So despite the confusion, this is what I like about your full energy, despite the confusion, you don't quite know what you're going to get. Are the feelings going to be tumultuous or confusing like you last remembered them? You are still opening yourself up towards this regardless, so it's proof of change. And I think it's further indication, again, pointing back to January for you, which was magnificent. I really like your character fulfillment here. I really do. It's good. It's very good. Okay. So yeah, that's where your Fool's inclined towards. Yeah. Okay. So the Pisces I'm looking at, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. This is already with you now in December. Okay? Because you immediately crack out the gate with this. All right. Let's see that world, please. Baby. Sinna. Sinna. Okay. Well, she's smelling something back there. Who knows what? All right. I might have to take a break here and do a stop. Sinna, honey. No. 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 I know. Once you're invested, I get it. Once you're invested, you got to complete that story. I'm the same way, honey. I know. I don't like unsolved mysteries either. I know, but there's just some things, honey. There's just some things, all right? There's just some things you got to let go of, particularly when mommy's working. All right, let's see that world, please. Let's see that world, please. Show me the world, please, for Pisces. That is cinnamon. I am not saying sinner. It's cinnamon or cinna, okay? I don't know. To me, it's obvious, but not always the case. 5 of Wands, 2 of Swords, the Devil. Yeah, whatever that ended, it needs to be done, 100%. I don't even know where this begins on your particular backstory, but 5 of Wands, 2 of Swords, the Devil, over the world. This is something you likely dealt with now or dealing with now or sometime over the fall and early winter. It's a cycle that has not completely exited, but it's on its way, as it should be. I completely 100% agree with that. So you already know this. 5 of Wands, 2 of Swords, the Devil, acting like we don't know. It's insistence upon confusion. So this is a little fear pattern, okay, that we have to not see things because it's more convenient when all it does is cause us more anger and frustration when we don't acknowledge what's bothering us. So the lack of sight for some of you, again, it's not an accusation, so don't take it as one. Real terror is real life, and I'm going to see real things. It's been lovely up until this point, and it's going to continue to be lovely, and I'll tell you why, because this is cycling out, so that's good. Okay? It's not a judgment on my part, it's the cards, guys. We are cycling out this pattern that some of us have, and it's based in fear, to not see what isn't convenient. I don't want to see it. It's not convenient. It scares the shit out of me. So when we do that, when we ignore those fears, what we're left is a bunch of residual tension and bullshit that just makes us angry. How come I didn't say? How come I didn't see? How come I wouldn't allow myself to say or see? Because when you're blind, you're not equipped to say or see. You know? So when we have a little pattern of that, all it does is create that frustration. You know that moment? This is an exaggeration of that moment, but you know that moment where you're like, I should have said, oh, except it wasn't a small thing. It was a big thing. And some of you have some really strong moments like that, I should have said or I should have done. Not because it took you by surprise, not because you didn't know what to do, but because some of you didn't want to see that you had anything to say or do about the situation. Okay. It's one thing when we're taken by surprise and we honestly don't know how to react. That's what it is to be human. You really don't know how you're going to react to any given situation until you're in it. This is different. This is, I am equipped to see the situation for what it is. I am equipped to deal with it, but I'm going to say I'm not. And all that did was frustrate you, piss you off, because you knew better. Sometimes we let fears about particular situations we're not ready to see or experience override us, and then we resist it. We put up blockages. We fight ourselves. That particular cycle is coming to a close. It seems to be happening now, or now, but let's call it Capricorn season. Definitely before you enter the new year. That's a very distinct marker between something being phased out now as we speak to opening up and brand new energy come January. Okay? All right. I told you there's a huge emphasis here on emotional honesty. Okay. And by doing so, you are exuding the classic principles of law of attraction. They're practicing with you, as far as I can tell. The Hanged Man. Anything else that we need additional perspective on, thought to? Additional consideration, please. Show me that Hanged Man, please. Show me that Hanged Man for Pisces. Page of Swords, Ten of Cups, the Moon. Okay, that's funny. Page of Swords was also for Scorpio. They needed insight too. Okay, about something that's been with them for a minute. You're here with the Moon, so this is definitely your signature. The Moon, the Ten of Cups, and the Page of Swords. More insight here about how maybe it's been under your moon that you would like and you're ready for emotional expanse, but perhaps you did not give yourself this credit. That you have a desire or pull to be part of something larger, to readdress what is emotional equilibrium, how you feel like you're part of something or you feel like you've been left out of something, that you'd like to be included more, but it's under your moon. That you want more emotional inclusion. You want more emotional support. And it's kind of like, how do I get to that? By saying or demonstrating that you want it. Again, I told you, law of attraction, you are abiding by. In order to abide by law of attraction, you can't just believe in it. You have to act on it, live through it, speak through it. Thus you are. So, gaining insight here about how under your moon, perhaps you have been desiring for some time, like I said, more inclusion, more emotional reciprocity, desiring the love, wanting to experience it, to say it, so you can pull it towards you and be part of it. Like really be part of it, to be more actively a part of emotional harmony with either this situation or comprehensively. But it's there, it's been with you. We need more perspective on this. That's a driving influence for you, but it's behind the scenes with the Moon. Okay, your power card. Your Fool is on point. It matches what I've seen today. The World, that was interesting. It kind of is a precursor, I believe, to everything I've seen here, but it still fits. And then your Hanged Man, that's kind of telling me what your motivation is for all of this. It's like if I want emotional reciprocity, emotional honesty, I need to deliver it. And thus I live it. Thus I attract it. Yes, correct, 100%. So I don't know who this is to you. I'm just happy to see that that confusion, particularly where the feelings are concerned, is coming to an end. You've opened yourself towards this beautifully. And the response is such, is that you, when you start to see progress in it, it's like, don't get your hopes up, don't get your hopes up, don't get your hopes. So, I don't know, but you really seem to be very excited to find yourself part of this. Okay. And I mean part of it. It feels good to you both. I do believe we are on the same page with this person. Again, guys, it doesn't have to be romantic, but the Pisces I'm looking at, this is such a distinct concept right here. You must know who I'm talking about. Leadership. Take charge of this situation. So you are. I know. I felt it coming from you. Take charge of the situation. You know, too many people think they're on the receiving end, and I don't know why. Well, I'll be a better person if they come to me. No. Usually the best indication of change is how we demonstrate it first, not other people. Change from other people is good for them, but that doesn't mean you being on the receiving end is going to inspire you to change or make you see or feel anything differently. We often we do have to do it on our own first, because everything begins with the self. So I see you showing pretty damn good leadership here for you first. And then everything else follows. Okay, and the strength to do so. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Like I said, this is being cycled out because it just doesn't apply to you. It doesn't. It doesn't fit you. Okay? It never did. It never did. But that devil has a way of telling us, like, oh, no, this is part of who you are, and it always has been. No, it's not true. Healer, nutrition, some of you need to be mindful. This is physical body energy. Please be mindful of that. Some of you need to get back into your practices of good nutrition. This is FYI. Some of you might work in the medical field, or you are a nutritionist, in which case confirmation for some of you. Others of you Your physical forms, don't neglect those. I'm glad that you were showing me so much emotional and spiritual practice, but don't neglect your physical. It's been a long day. Don't neglect your physical forms. They're just as important. It's your body that carries you through this lifetime, okay? Not just the energy. There's the physical component too. So be mindful of your nutrition. Some of you are thinking about taking up cooking courses. New diets. No, that's very common for the beginning of the year. Just be mindful of your nutrition practices, okay? All right. The more you take care of your body, the more it can take care of you. Okay. Anything else in here, please? Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's that Capricorn. It's very distinct. I feel like many of you will have phased out that devil energy that's been prone to holding you back by saying you can't see a solution, you can't see participate, but you know it's not correct because it left you feeling frustrated and flat. That's the devil. It's a false promise. Like, you know, drink that 300-calorie soda, you're going to feel so good. And then you drink it and then you feel sick. You know, that thing, nah, we're gonna stop doing that. We're not going to listen to that anymore. So I do feel heavily that that's being cycled out by Capricorn season, and thus you really segue into the new year very well. Okay? All right. Anything else in here, please, for Pisces? Be bold and make the first move. That's what I'm saying. It's attached to you. That sense of leadership and that cardinal energy, which you are a mutable sign, but you are showing me cardinal activity. Okay? That means leadership, be bold, make the first move. I see you doing this. It's on your Fool agenda. Which is funny, I said that because the Fool has no agenda. But the idea of opening up towards this, even if it's just basic reconstructive efforts and nothing more. If we can clear up the emotional confusion, that'd be great, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. Which is funny because the more progress you see, the more you have to, you feel like you have to suppress that. So, like I said, it's sweet. But it is happening. Taking charge of this, being the leader here, in that cardinal moon. I don't know what that connection is to you, honey. I just know it's important. Okay? Otherwise, I wouldn't be seeing it. But the progress is real. The progress is really real. I like it. Okay? Okay. The tulip. The mark of the lovers for some of you, not all of you. The tulip is, of course, the secret, not so secret flowers between lovers. At least it was back in the day. I'm just going to let that drop because it's teeny tiny. And I'm going to fish that out later. It's phrasing. But yeah, the seahorse, that's you. That is yours. Pisces, the seahorse. The delicacy of one's emotions, but the ability to carry them forward. Okay? Right there. The letter K. Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. The tulip is of the lovers. So for some of you back in the day, you know, when you weren't really free to date, if you were seen in public with anybody, you were as good as married, right? So back in the day, if you just wanted your relationship to be low-key without the public knowing your business, you were lovers, and that meant you sent secret letters and secret flowers, and the tulip was the flower of lovers. So that's for some of you, okay? All right. Oh, let's see here. And there you are again. Well, you're just all over this, honey. There's your Pisces medallion. So some of you might be a double, triple Pisces. You might be connecting to one. Don't know. But there you go. You're all over this, honey. The wreath at World's End, Christmas time, Capricorn season. I see you doing work towards the end of the year. That way you can have fantastic, ready to go, let's do this leadership energy by January. It's very admirable. I like it a great deal. The infinity loop, a never-ending story here that you have with someone else who feels like they might be connected at the soul level. Dear Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, that sense of hesitation, shyness, right about here I saw in February. Again, that energy, I'm not going to get my... no ego. It's not about being pleased with the progress at all, Christina. It's about the progress, not being pleased with it. I'm just glad that there is progress. That's it. It's very sweet. And the crescent moon. For some of you, that next crescent moon will be important. And the letter K. Oh, yeah, no, I got that. Yeah. A couple Pisces references. Okay, honey. I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.